Good evening and welcome to Coffee and Tea with Aeson and Natalie of the Pendulum's Path. How are you?
I'm doing great, love. How are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Glad you're remote.
I am. I'm at my friend's house.
Yay.
I'm off location in a different location.
Ooh. So anyway, you needed this. You needed to get away for a little bit, I'm assuming.
I did.
So,
I did. And it's fun to get out with friends and just be not be someone else, but just be myself. Yeah.
Yes. Hello, Crowley. How are you, darling? I hope you're flying well. Oh, so how are you been? What you been up to?
Well, I was on the news recently. That was the thing that happened. It was unexpected. It was an unexpected because not like even the event people didn't know that was happening. The news just showed up. It was like, we're gonna interview you, and we're like, oh, cool.
Okay.
So I was like, I didn't prepare for this, but I can talk, I guess, for a minute. And yeah, that was kind of cool. That was kind of fun. I got to see myself on the news, and that was a surreal moment with my business being put like out there, like super publicly. Like that was wild. I was like, oh, that's the news. So, yeah.
Cool. How's your business flow afterwards?
It's been interesting. I've had quite a few people asking questions about like how I operate and if I have an in-office building, and I was like, not yet. I'm working on it. Working on it.
Well, what I always say is, no, I do them remote because it enables me to read better for my larger clientele.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I like doing the parties and stuff like that where it's like 5 or 6 people and it's a little intimate and get together, and those are fun too. I like doing those, but it's like I go to you to do those. Those aren't you come to my house and then we do that stuff. I'm like, no, I come to use that. No, I like my space. Yeah. I only let certain people in my space. Yep.
You know, and what 4 or 5 years ago I would have disagreed with you and said, no, I prefer a store and an office. And now that I'm totally remote, like I do 2 or 3 events a year, limited choice of events.
Yeah.
I like my space. I like having my schedule, my routine. You know, if I want to get up and go to the gym, I can go to the gym. I don't have to like, I've got to go open the store, or, you know. So for me, that, you know, the Panini was a life-changing thing.
Yeah.
And you know, we were able to pivot very quickly, but at the same time, it was a point of, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. Why the hell am I doing this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do this.
It's like, am I doing too much? How can I simplify things and still still work and still do things just as effectively?
Right, or more effectively.
Yeah.
You know, in all honestly, I am larger. I have more clients in more states, more countries. You know, I'm leading in Australia right now. And I like being able to go be the rock star, come home, and go to Walmart.
Right.
And I don't know, like for me, that's different. That's better. What's your thoughts on it? Because you were just coming up during that time.
I kind of was. it was like right around 2020 that I was like, okay, this is a real thing now, and I have to do something with this. And it's like I'd already gone through the whole massive like awakening realization that like, oh, I've been weird my whole life. That's neat. Okay, now what do I do with that? And it was I didn't really have. I mean, obviously, I don't have the experience that you have, but the experience that I was like given was just this is what we're doing now because this is what we have, and it wasn't like this is what we used to do and this is how we used to do things. It was like, no, this is how we have to do things now, and that's kind of, I don't want to say like that's all I know because it's not all that I know, but like that's all I know work-wise is like I wake up, kid goes to school, I'm logged in, I sit and I wait. I might have a day where I get a bunch of calls. I might have a day where I'm just like, what in the, like, is everybody just offline today? Like, what's going on? But then I'll go to an event and everyone's there. It just depends. And it is kind of exciting because you never know kind of what you're going to get each day. And then I do have the freedom to just say, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna take the day off. I'm gonna block myself off for the day, and I'm gonna go hang out with my friends for the day because I deserve to go and do that, and I want to go see my friends because I don't have to sit there and ask the boss 2 weeks in advance, hey, I want to go and see my friends on this day. Is that okay with you?
Right. You know, is this going to work or is that going to work? And it's
or I have a medical procedure. Is it okay with you if I go and take care of myself physically so I can continue working for you? And then they say no, and then you're just like, well, yeah.
All right. So I was listening to the stress doctor. I gave you the name in private chat. If you can read it, go for it. I can't. This morning in a thing, and she was saying that our amygdalas are stuck in stress mode because that's what actually controls our stress.
Yeah.
And you know, our industry is stressful enough. Our brains are stressed. You know, we get handed everyone else's stress, and they're asking us, can you please help me untangle this so it's less stressful for me? And then we're left with all the bits and pieces that we helped take out of that tangled mess of yarn, and we got no place to put that. Half the time. Half the time, or you know, and that's where like psychic self-care comes into play. But I think moving to remote style work for us has made it easier for us.
Yeah.
You know, because we can get up, we can move, we can, you know, we can take the day off, we can, you know, go into self-care mode.
Yeah.
But, you know, this past year, it has become so evident to me about all the things that psychism, notice I said psychism, which is the ability of psychic of some sort, triggers within you. What about you? What about this year specifically?
And this year's been, I don't want to say the word weird. It's been different. It's been different this year. I want to say, I mean, I know that there's been a lot of universal shifts and there's been a lot of changes across the entire world. Like everyone's going through some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like COVID's over, but now there's a new war on, and like politics is like now coming right up front and center again, and relationships all seem to be ending simultaneously, and it's just like there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, and it just seems like everyone, instead of seeking help, is shutting down and not seeking help anymore. And I'm like, what's going on? Why is everybody just saying I don't want to deal with this anymore? And that just kind of seems to be.
I think it's because we're tired of it.
Yeah, a lot of it is. It's just I've just noticed that there's a lot of that feeling of I don't want to anymore. Why can't I just? It's a lot of it's why can't I just be happy? Like why can't I just be with the person I want to be with, live in the house I want to live in, have the job that I want to have or not have, and have everybody be cool with it.
Well, I think that a lot of that has to do with personal opinions. That has a lot of doing with, you know, we're Gen X's, and we came up with you act this way, you do this way, do this, do that, and then we enter into like the psychic world, and it's like, no, you do what the fuck you want. as long as you protect, your solar plexus, your third eye, your stomach, your chest. Put on
Yeah.
your, knee
Yeah.
pads and helmet, and dig in there.
I a lot of the time I ask, "Are you happy doing it?" And if the answer is no,
Get the
there's your
fuck
answer.
out.
Yeah, there's your
Yeah,
answer. Are you happy doing what you're doing? No, then do something different.
right. And
If
I
you're looking
think
for
that
permission, you have it. Yeah, if you need someone to say yes, here you go. Yes,
I want to make
do it.
Joe do a download. I'm gonna make him design me something, and it's
Okay.
gonna be a permission slip, like the old form school permission tickets,
Yep, please do. Yeah, and have
so
them
that
send
they
that
can
to
people.
me. Yeah, so
Yes,
when people do, I'm just like, if you're coming to me to ask for permission to make a big tough change in your life,
yeah,
and I can see that that's exactly what you should be doing,
yeah. Here's your permission slip.
here's your permission slip. I've signed it. Have a great day. Feel free to make changes. That's a
Right.
great idea. That would be great. Thank you. I need
You're
those.
welcome. We both need those because we often, I won't say always, but often people come to us and they already know the answers. They just need
Did,
it to come from someone else and
yeah,
say, leave this alone. Leave this
yeah,
person alone. Leave this relationship alone. Leave this situation alone.
yeah,
Because you can't fix it. You can't change it because the other party isn't willing.
right,
You
yeah.
know.
And again, I say so often, the only thing you can have any control over in this life is yourself.
Right. And the
And
minute you
sometimes
stop
that's a
controlling
really,
yourself, yeah.
yeah. Then you lose
But
yourself.
hmm
Yeah, don't lose yourself, folks.
yeah. Um,
If you feel like everything in your life is going out of control, look at yourself and say, am I in control of myself? Chances are the answer is no.
no. And
Hi,
then
Hannah.
ask yourself, who are you letting hook a leash to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Who are you
Is it
letting
a
in your
job?
circle to? Yeah,
Yeah. Is it a person? Is it a relationship? Or is it an idea that no longer
serves you.
serves you?
Hmm.
Or, I think, you got a mini you. I think
Yep.
childhood, if you treated her like we were treated as children, CPS would be on your doorstep.
Oh my God, I don't think I could live with myself. I don't
You
think I
know,
could live with myself. I think the guilt alone, just the idea of doing certain things to my child or even saying certain things to my child just makes me go, oh my God, no. Like, I
right?
remember how
Like,
that would make me feel. I don't want my kid to feel like that. I'm not going to say that to my kid. Are you crazy? I'm not going to do that to
well,
her.
an example of that is it's 8 o'clock. Get out, go out, go outside. I'll see you when the lights come off.
Yeah.
Be home at dinner,
And don't bother me until then.
and
Unless
do
you're
not.
broken and bleeding or someone's dead. you
Yeah,
know? Yeah. Yeah.
or like, I think that CPS would be knocking on your door, going, "Why is your child drinking out of a water hose? Why
Why are
are
your
they
kids
running the
outside
neighborhood all day?"
unattended? Yeah, why are they
Yeah,
outside unattended and no one's watching them?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder how that affects us now because we've been constricted in the
And
way that
there
we.
and there could be
Oh.
this whole ideal of, because I didn't want that, I'm going to do the complete utter opposite and I'm going to disengage um,
Hmm.
from handing out responsibility and consequences
Hmm.
because I don't want my child to feel like I'm the bad guy or feel like they're small or insignificant or have less value or whatever, however you felt whenever your parents were yelling, screaming, spanking you, whatever it was.
Right.
I mean, it's like, yeah, there were kids that were told to go out and pick their switch and then get beat with the rods that they chose. And it was over small things like talking back when honestly they should have talked back to their parent who was
Hmm.
being an absolute asshole to them.
Right.
and berating them and whatever. And it's like we got to find a way to discipline, but with respect. It's not discipline. We got to teach respect, is what it is. And if we
Right.
don't know how to respect, then how can we teach that to other people if you yourself have been taught nothing but disrespect in your life? Does that make sense?
But that makes total sense. But the other side of that is, what tapes did it create for us?
Well, I mean, I see a lot of people who don't know how to be held accountable for their actions.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that are still picking the switches, that are
Yeah, there
still
are.
in their life going, well, I have to do
It
that.
was done. It was done to me.
Yeah.
That's a good question. What's the best way to heal and forgive with a parent or parental figure that's crossed over?
Personally, I say write a letter. Sit down and have a cup
Yeah,
of coffee.
I was gonna say talk to them and
Yeah.
tell them how you felt, and like even giving examples. And it's gonna be hard because you might have to relive some instances that you might rather not think about ever again. But the process of talking that out, and I honestly, the best thing about this is that you won't get any talk back.
Right.
You won't get the justified response. You will be able to freely speak from your heart and be like, this hurt me in more than one way, and here's how that hurt me. And you're going to feel a whole bunch of ways, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to
Right.
get angry. It's okay to feel whatever you want. Yeah, you're going to you're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff, friends. You're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff, but
Right.
hopefully in the end you will feel better. And it's not necessarily about giving them ultimate forgiveness and making it okay and saying it's okay that you did this. You don't have to say that it's okay that they did it.
Right.
But you can work on letting it go and understand that either A, they didn't know any better, B, that was what society expected of them in some way, shape, or form. They themselves had unresolved trauma themselves from their own upbringing that they didn't work through and heal from. There's so many layers that and possibilities, and I'm sure that all of that is probably part of it.
And then the other side of that is, then you have to go and take care of that version of you.
Yeah.
You know, take time to go call her. Take time to get to know what that imprint done to you, so that you can replace that tape. What I mean by tape is, spankings and beatings and, rules and don't raise your voice and don't throw things in the house, all that creates a tape that streams into longer things. Like, no yelling in the house can literally transfer into not standing up for yourself.
Or just not talking at all.
Right. Not feeling that importance of place translates into you not feeling at home anywhere.
Yeah.
How many people have heard these words? I brought you into this world and I will take you out.
Yeah.
This is my home and you'll do what I say as long as you're underneath my roof.
And then that just makes every kid want to just run away from home.
Well, not only that, but that leaves instability into marriages, into adulthood, into, well, I have to put up with this.
It's the
I have
beginning
no
stage.
other
It's the
choice.
threat of abandonment.
Right.
It's the threat of abandonment, and it sucks. I grew up in a household where every single day there was yelling. Like that's all my father ever did was yell, and it got to the point where friends and family members stopped coming to our house because
Right.
they didn't want to hear him yelling. And it's like now I live in a situation where I'm still having to walk on eggshells because I'm scared to make noise in the morning. Because if I do, I'm going to have to deal with something later on that day, and I don't want to deal with that attitude.
Right.
So
But
I've learned to tiptoe.
right, and that continues to trace into your future life, future relations, future issues.
Yeah.
But you have
It
to go
absolutely.
back. You have to take care of that version of you and see. And I don't care what it is. There is a thread that continues on to this version of you.
Right.
This version of where you're at, of where you are, positive and negative, You know, harsh
Absolutely.
punishments may have taught you responsibility, but it also taught you trust issues. It may have
Yeah.
taught you bad choice movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to go back and get to take care of that kid and see
Yeah.
what those qualities brought to you. Take the good. It's like cleaning out a box. Take the good that you want to keep, put it in a new box. The old, the pain, the anger, the hurt, the fear, the loss, the insecurity, give it away.
Yeah.
Not
It
yours.
doesn't mean bury it down again and hide it deeper.
It means get rid of it.
It does. It means you've got to let it go. And sometimes stuff sticks to you and it sucks, and you've got to sit there and work on getting it off of you. And it takes time
Mhm.
and patience, and it takes a lot of self-love.
Right. And
And you've
journaling.
got to understand that you are worth it enough. You. I hope that everybody can get to a place where they realize that they are worth that time and self-love to go through that process.
Right. Um, and then look at the choices you're making and how that influences. Here's an example. I recently went gluten free. Those groceries are fucking expensive as hell. A loaf of bread, $7.
Yeah.
Having that mindset of worthiness feeding into that is a
Yeah.
real, you know, $7 for a loaf of bread. That's a real triggering point there of, no, I'm worth it. That,
Yeah.
throw up for
Because
3 days.
there's a lot of value being placed into an item, and you're like, am I worth that value that's being put in front of me? I have a hard time. Oh God, I have such a hard time when people give me gifts, even if it costs them nothing or it costs them a lot. Oh my God, I have such a hard time. Like, why did you do that? I don't deserve that. I'm not worth that. Even if someone's like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's because I have been told in the past where my value lies. And I believed them for so long that I had very little value and that I wasn't worth things to them.
And this is a battle that I go in, especially with advisors that start working with me or advisors I'm mentoring. And I look at them and they've been in the business 20 years, 30 years. They have experience out the goddamn ass. They've done every class on the Eastern, Western, Pacific, UK seaboard, and they're charging 99 cents.
Yeah.
Or they're charging $3. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not a newbie off the ship. If you see the Nine of Cups, you know what the Nine of Cups means. You don't have to go look it up or Google it
I
out.
was like, if you don't know that that means wish fulfillment and satisfaction and freaking happiness and a freaking party, then
Exactly. But,
what are you doing?
example. Exactly. But they're not new. And it's
Right.
like the biggest argument I have with them is over their own damn value.
Hmm.
And it's like, no, charge more.
And I do
Have
have
to
a
charge
little bit
more.
of an I do have a little bit of an opinion about how social media readings have devalued some of the professionals as well a little bit,
Right.
because it's like you go on certain apps, it's like everybody is pulling cards and claiming to have the advice and knowledge and it's like I feel ill. That's why I stopped doing TikTok. I felt sick going on there, and it was like every single thing was just someone was pulling cards and offering readings and doing a pendulum, and it made me feel sick because I'm watching people literally swinging their hands with the pendulum, and just every piece of me was like, get off the app, get off the app. I gotta go. I can't deal with this. This makes me feel like what I do now has less value because everybody is on this app doing it.
Well, I don't think and that's kind of the difference between two different mindsets. One, you're a professional.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay, I could sit down and give you a home remedy for that throat. You need 2 cups of tea a day with honey and lemon in it.
Right.
You can go to a doctor who is a professional. They spent about $250,000 right now to become a doctor.
Right.
A different type of doctor than I am, because I do have my doctorate, but my doctorate's in divinity. And you're going to pay them $70 to $300. What's the difference? One, you're going to listen to them more.
Yeah.
They say drink 2 cups of tea with honey and lemon in it twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pay attention to them. Guaranteed. And, that's the hardest thing to get people to understand is it's not the quality of your work. It's not the quality of it's that you are a professional. You need to charge like a professional.
Yeah.
There is no doctor on this planet that will work for $1.99 a minute.
Absolutely not.
Okay. And, if you go to Big Lots and buy something, you're not going to treat it as good as if you bought it from Macy's. Same damn product.
Exactly.
Same damn product.
Same company, same distributor even. It's,
right.
Yeah, but because you paid $199 for that couch as opposed to $599 or $1,000 for that couch, you're going to treat it like it's garbage.
Right.
The amount of value that you put into something.
Right. That comes along so much with psychic reading. And then getting psychics to see their real value. What impact are they making in this world? Takes a moment.
Yeah, it does. And then there are times where it's like the imposter. Well, I don't want to say it's just imposter syndrome. I can get overwhelmed with validation to the point sometimes where I'm like, that's not real. That's not true. This person's pulling my freaking leg. And then I'm just like, and then I panic because the human side of me is like, you can't do this. This isn't real. And that's part of like your internal value of saying, yes, I can. I know I can. I'm able to do this.
Right. I'm able to work through these things. I'm able to help these people. I'm able to look at someone and go, your marriage sucks and you're living in it. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out now. I'm able to work through a situation and say, you've got to leave them alone. It has nothing to do with the relationship. It has nothing to do with the person you are. It has nothing to do with the love they have for you. It's that they cannot handle everything that comes along in this box right now.
Right. Sorry, guys. My phone is ringing. Hang on.
All right. Okay. Well, she may be back. Give her a minute.
I'm here. My mom's trying to call me. I'll just let her ring.
Mom, why aren't you watching the show?
Well, she probably just got home from work, honestly. Or she's on her way home from work.
Yeah. Hey, we're portable. She can watch us later. But anyhow, I'll give her dirt like I give Mom a night dirt.
Knowing her, she's driving on the 101 right now on a video chat, which would most likely get her a very, very high-end ticket. She doesn't care. It's fine.
But, it's a high-end ticket. Woohoo, I'll pay it and move on.
It's fine. Although I will say that my mother, she learned to drive in London, and she still drives like she's in London. Okay,
Right.
it's a scary thing. It's a very scary thing. My mother has been pulled over a lot of times. Okay, a
Uh-huh.
lot of times, and the amount of tickets that my mother has actually been given is
Uh-huh.
not a lot.
Good.
it's
How many
really
do you
it's
have?
really not a lot. Like we're talking like two in
Uh,
when she should have been given like criminal charges because of the number of miles per hour she was exceeding on the speed limit, you know?
that's merely a suggestion.
I was like, you were doing 95 in a 55, mom? Huh. And they pulled you over. Well, I'm not surprised. And you got out of the ticket with just a warning? What? like, I was like, what did you show them to make them do that? Nothing.
Probably showed
It's
them
the
the
English
flow of
accent.
traffic.
That's all it is. It's the British accent.
Hmm.
That's the only explanation.
Hey, I've always said you use your natural born assets to your benefit.
That gets me in trouble with things.
Mm-hmm.
It gets me in trouble with things
Yeah.
whenever I use my accent.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't.
It doesn't get me in trouble, but it gets me in trouble. Because then everybody is interested, and I'm like, oh, go away. Please leave me
No,
alone.
no, that's when you start handing out business cards.
It's because she's delightful. Yes.
Yes, but and I want to go back to the to a moment type comment of coffee and a cigarette. Yeah, you sit them down and have a conversation. Just like if you're gonna call, like if I'm calling Tacky Joe on the table, it's like, come, sit down, let's
I
talk.
gotta talk to you. I got something to say.
Here's your coffee. Let's talk. Remember X, Y, and Z? Yeah, that wasn't okay. That
Yeah.
was never okay. How did you even think that that was okay?
Yeah.
I understand that's your positioning, that's your mindset. That wasn't okay for me. This is what I needed. And then you make sure that you accept the apology because now they see it, that type of thing. But on the other side of that, you've got to make sure that you see it for what it is and move, release the pain, give them the full, like yell, scream, holler, whatever you got to do to get past it, and then go and love on that child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
but
mean, there's still stuff I gotta work through with my father that I'm just like, I know I'm going to get to it, and I've already started working through a lot of stuff,
right.
but it is hard. It's really hard, and you've got to get yourself to it's a place of vulnerability that it's awkward. It's not going to feel comfy.
Mm-hmm.
I say that with love, but it's not going to be comfortable at
Right.
all. And it's like my father's still living, but I've got to go through that whole thing as if as if he's not here. That's how I treat it
If
because I
they are
don't
not
have a
in your
relationship
life,
with
they
him.
are dead.
Right, exactly. So I've got there's like this piece of me that's like, but he's still around and he's still not taking responsibility or taking accountability for this. And then there's like that level of pisses me
Right.
off, as well. But it is. Dare. First off, how dare you?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And you're allowed to be angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to. Everything that you feel is valid and worth feeling, even if it's hard and it feels gross and you don't want to do it. Let yourself feel it for a minute, okay? Hope that helps.
Well, and another one I may have Techie do is write a pink slip.
Yeah.
You are hereby fired from my life for the following reasons.
Yeah. And you don't even have to give a reason. You just put because I said so.
Well, the following reason could be I don't like your tone. I don't like how you interact in my energy. I don't, I said so's
Yeah.
cute, but you have to give validation to your feelings. And I said so isn't a feeling. That's going to get that logical brain in there. Well, is your opinion right? There's
Yeah.
two sides to every story.
I
No,
mean, there is.
no, there isn't. There is
Hi,
one,
Arca.
and you don't have to keep anybody in your life that doesn't bring you happiness. You can fire them.
Yeah. Someone's not making you smile every day, then why are they like?
Well, if they don't have to make you smile every day, I mean, because otherwise,
No, but
the social media
you
would.
know what I mean. If they're not bringing something into your life that is worth something, even if it's small.
Yeah, then you fire them. You fire them
Right.
for your own good, your own benefit, and be greedy with it.
Mhm.
hmm
You can be selfish in that manner.
Yes, very much so. All right, let's take a break and we'll be back.
Okay.
Are you ready for an enchanting journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Dive into the mystical world of Wicca with our courses guided by Lord Aeson Knight. Unveil Wicca's secrets, explore fundamental principles, and delve into essential topics like deity relationships and the purpose of rituals. Aeson Knight, a third-degree high priest, shares his wisdom through life coaching lessons, guiding you towards a brighter future. Step into the inner circle of enlightenment. Enroll today to embark on a journey toward a more empowered you. Click the link to take your first step into the magical circle.
Ready to join the Psychic Coffee Shop Network? By becoming our patron, you'll unlock exclusive content from Aeson Knight, host of the Psychic Coffee Shop podcast and co-host of the Mountain Bears podcast, alongside the tech-savvy Techie Joe. Choose from subscription options ranging from Tall $1, Grande $5, to Venti $10 per month, supporting us in covering production costs and beyond. Depending on your subscription level, enjoy discounts on private readings, free access to classes and special events, behind-the-scenes extras, and the chance to participate in station meetings. Plus, you'll get early access to new content and the opportunity to shape future topics. We'll acknowledge your support in the credits of our videos. Don't wait. Brew some magic and join us today as a valued member. Link in the show description. Aeson Knight, your gateway to a transformed life. In a world where anyone can claim to be a life coach, Aeson stands out as a true professional with the skills and qualifications to guide you on your journey to success. So why invest in a personal life coach? Let's explore the game-changing benefits Aeson brings to the table. Ever find it hard to stay committed to change on your own? Aeson's expertise ensures you stay on track. With him as your coach, that internal drive kicks in, motivating you to keep your promises and achieve your goals. Making a change is tough, but Aeson makes it 1,000 times easier. He's your unwavering support, guiding you through challenges, pushing you beyond your limits, and believing in you even when you doubt yourself. Friends are great, but they may not always want to see you succeed. Aeson, on the other hand, is dedicated solely to your success. He removes negativity and limiting beliefs, giving you the tailored support you need. Forget endless hours deciphering advice from books and videos. Aeson is your shortcut to effective change. He saves you time and money by offering personalized attention, guiding you toward the tools and lessons that will truly work for you. Ready for a better tomorrow? Book your discovery call with Aeson Knight now. Take the first step toward the life you've always dreamed of. Aeson Knight, your partner in transformation. Start your journey today.
All right, welcome back.
Hello.
All right, so I cleared my board. What do you got? What's been going on with you, Miss Famous and Clarksburg Medium at the Eagle?
Yeah, that was kind of fun. I got invited. One of my friends does a when I used to work for AC Moore, lady would come in all the time and buy a ridiculous amount of canvases and paint, and she runs the sip and dip things around the area. And she had put something up online that she was looking for. One of the mediums that she normally uses fell ill and had dropped out. And she's like, does anybody know a medium in the area that like can do this? Like short notice. It's like, hi, how's it going? She was like, oh my God, I completely forgot. One sec. And then like, just a few days later, I was out in Clarksburg doing the sip and dip thing, and then the news showed up, and I was like, this is wild and crazy. And I did readings for the cameraman and the anchor, and that was fun. That was wild. That was fun. That was fun. I can't go into details, but like there was a lot of like, whoa, how did you know that kind of moments there, and that was fun. So yeah, I've kept in touch with, well, not kept in touch, but one of the people messaged me through the business and said thank you for what I told them, and I was like, that was really cool. And yeah, so I was on the news. They did a written piece, and then they aired just a little snippet of part of our interviews on the news, and yeah, it was kind of fun. I was on the news. The news.
I think this is your first press.
Yeah, it was my first, being publicized for my business, yeah. So yeah. I've been in the news before, but that was for like other stuff, nothing bad, just other stuff, you know, not to do with what I do for work. It was, yeah, it was really cool. It was a fun segment. I really liked it. It was good fun.
Very cool. Very
so yeah, I might be, it looks like I'll be doing some of them in the Morgantown area. I even said to them, I was like, I can travel, I was like, as long as I know where I'm going, I can get there. So yeah, so that will be, that might be a thing that helps, that pushes me out more, I guess.
Well, and that's just the universe delivering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. They're like, nope, you need to be seen more. And I'm like, do I know? And they're like, there you go. Yeah. We're going to put you on the news. We're going to put you on a broadcast so other people can see you. Like, oh, that's an idea. That's the thought.
I am so excited about that for you.
Yeah.
Did you make Techie create you a media section?
Yes. It was like immediately like, hold on, we got to put this on the website. So it was like pretty quick. So yeah, if anybody wants to see that, if you go to my website, thependulumspath.com, you'll see it on there, the little written segment, and the news clip itself is on there as well. So you can go back and watch that if you want to. But yeah, it was a cute little fun moment. I'm glad I put my makeup on that day. And I'm glad I looked all right, because
what's Aeson's first role?
I know, you're a public figure, you gotta act like one. I know. Dress like one. Role? Put your face on.
Exactly. Aeson's third role is you never leave the house without a business card.
Yep. Oh, I know. I hand them out like they're just Tic Tacs. Like, you want a piece of gum? Here's my business card. Ooh, even today.
What a cool idea for a business card. The wrapper, because how many times does candy and gum end up in somebody's mouth?
Yeah. And then you unwrap it and there's your information inside.
Right.
Yeah. Even today, somebody complimented me on my necklace. And they're like, that's really cool. I was like, yeah, it has moon dust in it. And they're like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, yes, it does. It has the moon in it. And I noticed that they had 777 tattooed on them, and then they printed out 999. So obviously there's like some spiritual connection there between the two of us. And she said something about like, at least you didn't have like the moon tattooed on you. I was like, well, actually, I do have the moon tattooed on me. And it was just this whole thing like, oh, that's so cool. I love all your ink. And I was like, well, this is a representation of what I do for work. Here's my business card. Oh, you're a psychic. That's what I do. Yep.
That's my job.
Oh yeah, the comic. Did I tell you? We didn't tell you about the Comic-Con convention, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh God, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
Always.
Okay, so when we went to, I went with Crowley, went with a group to Steel City Comic-Con. And I've never been to a comic convention, and of course the group's like, oh well, now you have to go. So Liz was there too, and we were in one of the main rooms, and there's like there's a decent amount of like B-list actors. There's a couple of like big celebrities there. We're in a room. There's a couple hundred people in this room. Like it's pretty packed, and across the convention center, someone goes, oh my God, that's Natalie from the Pendulum's Past, and ran over and gave me a hug. And Crowley looks at me and he's like, we're in another state, Natalie.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're being recognized in a room with other celebrities, and someone notices you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I died. I was like, oh, this is a surreal moment for me. This is surreal for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm in a room with Ian Ziering. I'm in a room with Ian Ziering, and somebody recognized me. I was like, Rosie O'Donnell just walked past me 5 minutes ago, and you recognized me.
Yep.
Okay, that was something I had to come to terms with, and I'm still like, that didn't happen. It did though. It did happen. It was funny.
It's totally
But Crowley looking at me, he's like, we're in another state. Sorry. Yep. Whoops.
Yeah, honey, I've been everywhere and recognized. Okay, and I mean everywhere.
It's a weird thing for me. I'm still getting used to when it happens. It's like, yeah, I'm just me though. And people are like, yeah, but you're you though. Yeah,
and
it's
like,
a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
It is, and it'll happen A, when you don't expect it.
Yeah.
B, when you're not ready for it.
Yes.
We were rushing to get to an event. The organizers were supposed to have things for me. They didn't. They let me know they didn't earlier, and I'm like, crap. Got to get this done. I've got to run to Dollar Tree to get this, to come back. Poor girl. Hi, Aeson. Hi.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I felt terrible as soon as it clicked in. Like, no, that's the one that listens to your podcast. Get your ass back there and apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's I joked around in a group chat. I was like, so when I was looking over my soul contract, I think I misread things. I thought it said sidekick, not psychic. So I've been spending the past 38, 40 years of my life being like the short, funny comic relief, when in fact I was like the main character in certain things, and I was just blissfully unaware until recently.
Right.
I was like, no, I thought it said sidekick, not psychic. Those are two very different things, and I've been playing the wrong part this whole time.
Right.
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it said psychic, not sidekick. Two very different things.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's something weird just happened. It's just Natalie. Yep.
It's just Natalie.
It's just Natalie. Something weird just a light bulb just exploded for no reason. Oh look, Natalie's over
what's
there.
Your problem?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Not get your coffee on time?
Literally. All of the fuse just blew out in your house for no reason. Natalie just walked through the front door.
Natalie,
I'm a very grounded individual. I just have a lot of excess. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's where it's like, Natalie, you really need to hit the treadmill before you start taking, and maybe some kickboxing to take out some frustration.
I wake up ready to go. Okay? 7 a.m. It's the flip switch. Yep, here I am.
Yep, you've got to learn to use that excess energy.
I do. I just blow things up, literally and figuratively.
You do. So what's your calendar looking like?
What's my calendar looking like? I've got an event in Fairmont for the West Virginia's birthday thing in
Where?
June. Yes,
When?
at New Leaf in Fairmont.
Okay.
I don't have all of the details yet, but when I have them, they will be posted. And then the event after that is going to be Pagan Pride, as
Yep.
far as I know. And then we have
Yes.
the events. It's sprinkled in, the awards sprinkled in
Right.
in there as well.
Yes, please go vote.
Yes, go
PCSP
vote for
Network
us.
is up for vote. Pendulum's
Pendulum's
Path is up
Path is
for
as
vote.
well. Yep.
You can vote
Vote
for
for
both
me.
of us.
Vote for us. Vote for the network.
Right.
Well,
That can be arranged.
I was like, listen, RK, anything can happen.
Okay, that can be arranged. Here's the requirements to get Natalie to Michigan. One, you have to book a plane ticket. You have to book the dates in her calendar. You have to secure at least 10 people to read. You then have to pay for those 10 people to read, plus her airfare, plus her hotel, and arrange transportation.
That's all you gotta do.
Yep.
You want me, you gotta pay for it.
Exactly. You know. And
I can see her right now on Expedia. Like, how inexpensive can I get a ticket from West Virginia to here?
exactly.
It's like, can I get her into Traverse City? Yes.
Yeah. You know, it's like me. I'll fly anywhere as long as you pay travel expenses.
And I need a case of Faygo too. Just saying.
Well, you know, whatever. You know, you can book it. All of us has the ability to travel anywhere.
I'm doing a show at the moment. Why? Because it's part of my job. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
We'd love to do it for you. Contact us on PCSP Network. We can organize that.
That could be so much fun. Like, get all of us together and because I think it's fascinating that every reader I've ever met, we all receive information differently and we all interpret it differently, but the message always seems to come out the same kind of thing. You know, it's a giant labyrinth. We all end up at the same place eventually. It's just we all get there through different routes, and a different perspective. And I love that because it's like I've had times where I've pulled cards next to another reader, and it's like it's either an almost identical spread or just sister cards. Like everything is the same card, just it's the same message, just the sister card. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, and what I love, and we done this at Pagan Pride, it was Psych Off.
Mm-hmm.
Where we done dual readings. It was so fun.
It is fun. I love doing that with you.
Yeah. You know.
It is fun. I do love it too when it's like the pick a reader too, when it's like it's just taking questions from the audience and like, no, I want her to answer, no, I want Aeson to answer, I want Nat. Yeah, I love that too. That's fun when I do that with you.
Yeah, I love to do the dueling readings. That's
the battle readings.
Battle of readings, podium readings. Like that's what it basically is. It's like boom, 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 boom. And it's fun. So where can they get you network based? If they want to use network, and where's the best ones for them to come?
Best ones for you to find me on are on all of the Purple apps. So that is like Purple Tides, Purple Garden, Purple Ocean. All of the Purples. They're app-based and laptop-based. You can find them literally everywhere, okay? You type in Purple Ocean, you can download their app. You can get a reading from me. They're like 1-hour returns, 24-hour returns even. Or you can chat with me live on the phone, on video, on chat, whatever you want to do. Type in The Pendulum's Path. You'll be able to find me. You'll see my face.
Yes.
Right there.
For your face.
Look for my face. And then you can also find me on Bitwine, Bitwine. under the same name, The Pendulum's Path, and you will be able to find me there. And you just log in and you just say hello, and you are logged in with me. And it's like you prepay for the minute, and then we talk until your time runs out. It's a good time. I love it. It's really fun. It's really easy. It's chill. Or, you know, you can just work with me privately.
Right. And that's at thependulumspath.com.
Yeah.
All right. For me, I've got Psychic Saturday coming up. If you want a Psychic Saturday appointment where you get Aeson, the cheapest way you can get him, he's 50% off. That is this Saturday. I will tell you, my appointments are limited, and they are booking very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. It's an event I do the last Saturday of the month every month. Once in a while, I'll move it, but very rarely. You can book private appointments with me at aesonknight.com. That's where you can also book the Psychic Saturday appointments with me, or you can reach me at Keen. You can go over to keen.com, type in Aeson Knight. I believe they're running a 5 minutes for $1 special, or I'm $6.99 per minute. Or you can find me at Life Reader. You can find me at Zodiac Psychics. I'm also on Fortunica. I'm on Best American Psychics. I'm currently the top one listed in West Virginia through Bob Orman. I just recertified with him. That's been fun. Because Bob Orman's one of the ones he doesn't just hire psychics. He does a full background check, full evidential reading, meaning if you're a tarot reader, you do a tarot reading and something, you have to hit at least 3 things that happen in his life. It's a very tight screening to get on there. I'm very happy to be listed on there. Where else am I at? Life Reader. I'm also at Wispy Psychics. That's a very old site. Not a lot of people use it anymore, but I love being there. And Advisor Universe, when I started in 2000, I looked it up when I opened that account. That account was in 2003.
Wow.
I know. I'm getting old.
I'm almost at 800 readings on Purple Ocean now. I'm getting up there.
You're getting
I'll be ecstatic once I hit 1,000 on that app.
What am I currently on Keen? God, we'll have to add it up, but I think I've hit over 100,000.
I started in September of 2022.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, you remember like the first like year, I was like terrified. Like I was like, I can't do this. Just because you get, I was like, no, I can't do this. I was like, I take private clients every single day, but for some weird reason, the network just scared the pants off me for a minute. It was wild.
Turn your phone on, Natalie. You're not turned on.
I know. I am now. It's different now. Well, now it's like I wake up in the morning. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. I'm like, yep, let's just log on.
Right. And
see what happens.
Yeah. And I've got a reading. I've got, you have grown professionally so much. It's been such fun. And, a lot, in this business, it's sharks. But I love sitting back and watching new ones start to take off and go, get it, girl, get it. And, everyone's like, they're competition. And I'm like, no, they're not. I have competition.
Yeah. The only competition I have is really with myself.
Right. My competition.
It's like I know that it's like you can go. It's like if you're a good reader, it's like you can go to 5 different readers and they'll all tell you the same thing. If you're searching for a different answer, it's because you want to hear something different.
Yeah.
It's like my goal is I just want to help people, even if it's not me that helps you.
Right. But no, guys, we're not taking questions tonight because we're wrapping it up. Feel free to go catch us. And if you're new to the platforms, you're going to get some free time with either one of us.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm working midnight. So if you're East Coast, that means 11 to like 6 a.m. But if you're BK, I don't get there till about 9. You can have your coffee until I get there.
I'm usually logged in, ready to go from 7 a.m. until 11 or midnight every single day.
And that is time zones.
Oh gosh, Eastern Standard Time. I'm logged in from 7 a.m. until
Right.
about midnight every single night. Sometimes even 2 o'clock in the morning. And then usually my friends are like, "You should go to bed, Natalie." And I'm like, "No, I don't need sleep." Like, you need to go to bed.
See, this is why you should
Did
have a
you
handler
eat
office.
today? I'm like, I ate at 8 p.m. Is that the only time you ate? Yes.
Yes.
But it was a big meal. It was fine.
Right. And guys, be watching, those morning readings, be watching because Schedule Impact does pop up and do reading time.
I do. I do. I've got to get back into like a more scheduled one, but it was like
Yeah.
life's been hectic for me, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on networks every single day. I'm never not available unless
Right.
you see me and you check my website and I don't have anything available for that day. I don't have anything available for that day.
Yeah.
I'm either taking the day off or I'm literally booked up the entire day, and sometimes, more often than not, that's the case.
You bring up a good point. I had to switch, and you should probably switch too, to 24 hours in advance because things were booking so fast the system could not keep up.
Yeah. It was for a bit. It was like I was in the middle of doing one reading and then I was getting other appointments coming in, and I'm like, I've got another one coming right up like after this one.
Yeah.
And it did get to like there was a couple days where like, oh my god, I didn't even know that this one had booked in with me because I have a reminder that goes off 30 minutes before I have another client to say, hey, you got 30 minutes, go meditate for a minute and go clear your head, get into your space so that you can go
Right.
rock this. Because I need at least a few minutes to just sit and just not be me for a minute. But yeah, there have been days where I'm like, oh, I haven't, like, I thought I was going to be able to do that today, and I'm not going to be able to now because I'm booked up until 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight.
Right. And see, that's why I'm saying you may want to consider going 24 hours advance.
Okay, I'll send
Okay.
you a message about that then. It's just like, hey.
Yeah. Because here's what happened with us, and the reason I went is they double booked because two clients literally were booking at the same time. And
Yep.
I had to tell one client, I'm sorry, you got double booked. Let's move you. Like,
Someone hit the button. Someone hit the buy now button 2 seconds before you did, and they got the last ticket.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I do want to take a moment to thank PCSP sponsors. You guys take care of us, our baristas. You've been amazing tonight. I've been watching the comments and seeing you do it. Thank you, Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Joan Owens, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devon. If you'd like to become a barista, please visit pcspnetwork.com. And this Patreon's a little different. Well, yes, you get all the perks, the announcements, the early stuff, the private content. We put you to work as a barista. You guys help us work with scheduling and show topics and when to go on session breaks and when to, take a breath, when to allow Aeson's ADHD psychic creativity to go crazy, and when to go, you're doing enough. Your plate is full. Go find something fun to do. They've been amazing and they really stick by us. So if you're interested in joining the crew, be doing that. Go ahead, check that out. It's still early because we do have a station meeting the last Wednesday of the month is our station meeting, and that's where you get we cover topics that we can't talk about on air, and you guys get to give us feedback about the content and the shows and that type of thing.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yes, and you're rocking a Patreon now, honey. Tell them about
I am. See, you can get monthly readings from me. You can just find me on Patreon under, again, the Pendulum's Path. I've got a couple different tiers. You get monthly readings. Some of them are just a couple cards, and some of them are a lot more in-depth. It just depends on what you want, what you can afford, and how you want to support me.
Yep. All right, guys. So you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.